it just me, or does it feel like we have a real shot at regionals next month?
The Ohio Show Choir chat rooms have all been buzzing about how vocal adrenaline has lost a step.
Jesse? What are you doing up there with them?
I've transferred back to Carmel High, Rachel. I'm sorry that it's come to this, but you guys were awful to me.
Judas.
You never accepted me, you never listened to my clearly superior ideas. See if you agree with that assessment.
I mean, can he transfer that easily? Like, uh-oh.
Oh, let's go! Steve walks wearily down the street with his brim pulled way down low. To the sound of the beat, look out! Another one bites the dust.
I like that harmony over the top.
Thanks for letting us borrow your auditorium, guys.
It's quaint.
I don't understand the Jesse St. James character. He's all over the place. He's very wishy-washy. Like, what's his deal? Like, he was, like, didn't want to hurt Rachel, and so now he's just hurting Rachel. I don't understand.
Crushed. Sue, can I see your trophy? Sure, Will.
Throw it on the
Hope and
ground.
dream.
I love it.
You dropped your trophy, Sue.
You know, for me, trophies are like herpes. You can try to get rid of them, but they just keep coming. You know why?
Here and
This man has still not
You
signed
sign?
the divorce papers.
here and
Bro.
You're still that 16-year-old boy to me. You always will be.
You gave drugs to students.
and not fighting back.
Besides creeping us out, why are you telling us this?
Because if we lose the vocal adrenaline at regionals, none of us are going to regret it. We will.
All I did was step up and be a man. They got what was coming to them.
A few of my students TP'd your choir room. You slashed the tires on the Range Rovers of all 26 of my performers. Those were gifts for our win at sectional.
Can't
That's
take the heat,
200
get out of
times
the kitchen.
26 times...
That was awkward.
Well, you just can't win, can you, William? You never have, and you never will.
Are you sure you want to take
this guy? Unbelievable. It's kind of like watching this. Is like everybody wants to like Sue, but she's just so horrible. Like she is so mean to everybody.
Emotion and vocal adrenaline doesn't perform with any. So you have your assignment. I want you guys to turn McKinley High into Funky Town.
You guys can relax. I got this one covered.
Cool. One of the worst moments ever on the show. Right
I want a chance to get funky too.
When it goes first.
I have faith. You know what? We should stereotype if somebody can get funky just because they walk and talk a certain way. I believe that Quinn's going to bring the funk.
It's textbook. You destroy the heart of the team's heart, and you destroy the team. Like, if you want to destroy...
Sandy told me how to beat
Got an
vocal
idea.
adrenaline, and now Rachel was inadvertently telling me how to beat my other nemesis. Suddenly, I wasn't feeling nearly as depressed.
Who's his other nemesis?
William, I'm going to have to ask you to clear out. Received an anonymous tip from Sisk right after a rigorous session of microdermabrasion.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep it up, because
Don't take
you
this
have
prank too
never
far.
looked better.
Well, if you excuse me, I'm...
Hey.
You ain't got no kind
He sticks his butt out. Clenching the cheeks. Clenching the cheeks.
We'll knock all your pride aside. Tell me something good.
Yeah.
Tell me that you love me, yeah.
I'm uncomfy.
Oh, tell me, yeah. That you love me. I like it. I like it.
Ew.
Tell me something good.
These two? Ugh. So
Right,
what?
left.
What was the goal here?
Okay?
Can I go shirt?
Oh, they got a job with Shu's ex-wife. What was his goal? To seduce Sue so that she would fall in love with him so that he could break her heart? What a long shot. What an absolute long shot.
You two losers, which means you have to do what I say.
Well, then I need to kick your ass.
You two.
Oh, no.
Apron boys.
Beefcake pantyhose. Kill the headlights and put it in neutral. Stock car flaming with the loser and the cruise control. Babies in Reno with the vitamin D. Got a couple of couches. Sleep on the love seat. Someone came saying I'm insane to complain about a show. I'm a loser, baby.
Part of their job description is to do this.
I felt something below the neck. Dare I admit it? I have feelings for one Will Schuester. Sexy, non-murdering feelings. Oh, it all makes sense now, Joe.
Can't deny that we have chemistry. My divorce opened my eyes to a world of possibilities. I thought I'd finally have the chance to have all the things I'd ever wanted.
No.
And then I realized the only thing I want is Sue.
Oh.
Oh. You know what Wednesday is, right? Hump day.
I'm done. I'm done. Like, what? Let me ask you guys this. How does everybody feel about Shu? I just don't. This guy, like, for the longest time in season 1, I couldn't stand him because he was literally starting up a relationship while he was still married to what he thought was the mother of his child. Now it's just like he has morphed. Like, with the students, he's fine, but he's just like a dork with them. He always says the cheesiest stuff. And then with other adults, it's like, you know, Miss Pillsbury hasn't been on the show. I don't even remember the last time she even interacted with him. But also, it's like he made out with the vocal adrenaline teacher. He's had little flings. Now he's doing this. He's so, like, skeezy seeming in scenarios like this.
Sometimes it hurts.
Who are
Sometimes
these
you have
people?
to stop and hold that precious life and say no.
This is offensive. Who are these girls?
We're the unwed mothership connection, and that's what we're here to sing about.
I cannot.
Without a woman or a girl,
I don't hate it.
he's lost.
Is he gonna stand
You're gonna have
her
to
up?
order something.
My date will be here any minute.
Your date's not coming. You got stood up.
Oh, now you're gonna make me feel bad for Sue?
Consider this a little taste of what you love dishing out. Now, if you'll excuse me.
This is uncalled for, William.
Good night, Sue.
This storyline is ridiculous.
Come on, swing it. Come on, swing it. Yo, it's about that time to bring forth the rhythm and the rhyme. I'ma get mine.
Why do they always have to do
coming
hip-hop?
out the doors. On the house tip is how I'm swinging this. Strictly hip hop, boy. I ain't singing this. Drug free, so put the crack up. No need for speed. I'm anti. D-R-U-G-G-I-E. My body is healthy. My rhymes make me wealthy. And
Well, that's a bummer. But that was not funk. That was rap.
Mercedes, I'm so sorry. You may not be a minority, but you certainly get how it feels sometimes.
I hate all the looks at school. Don't even get me.
There's always been my thoughts on things like prejudice and racism. I feel like we don't even have the right to tell, you know, African Americans and all different races how to feel. You know, we don't have the right to tell people, like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, we don't have the right to do that because, like, you know, I've never really had anybody look down on me because of what I look like or, the color of my skin or anything like that. So I don't feel like I have the right to look at a black person or, an Asian person. You don't have to deal with that. It's not that bad. Right here, Quinn is getting just a small glimpse into what it's like. She's getting a small glimpse, of being looked down on because of what she looks like with the stomach and everything.
Fuses que protein shakes. Bad. Very bad.
Well, please tell her I'd love to speak with her.
Let me ask.
Thank you. But just made things worse.
Hurting people hurt people.
So is that an apology?
Yes, it is. And you're not alone, Sue. Your kids need you. So you do have love in your life.
My kids don't love me. They fear me.
But you love them, Sue.
And Will, in his being upset over his regrets of his divorce and everything, he lashed out at Sue, thinking that it would make him feel better to know that somebody out there was hurting just as bad, if not worse than him. That's never the answer. That's never the answer. We've all been there in those moments where we're hurting for some reason, and so we dish out some hurt of our own to try to, cover up the fact that we're hurting, and it just doesn't, it doesn't fix anything.
Like you broke my heart.
Oh,
I loved you.
Ew.
Remind ourselves of that.
We can't just let vocal adrenaline get away with turning Rachel into an omelet.
We're not. Rachel,
Okay.
dial Jesse's number on your phone.
The dialogue and acting in this scene, not their best. It's the biggest trophy I've ever seen.
Get out. With tongue.
This is payback, isn't it?
I don't want to see.
No one will know.
So enjoy.
Roof off, we're gonna tear the roof off, and mother sucker. Tear the roof off, let's sucker. Tear the roof off, we're gonna tear the roof off, and mother sucker. Tear the roof off, let's...
Why would you show them this before the...
We gon' turn this mother out.
Hey!
We gon' turn this mother out. We gon' turn this mother out. We gon' turn
That's
this
all.
mother
Bass. Hey! Take the church now. Oh, yeah.
They did a funk number. We've never been able to pull off a funk number.
Well, that's because we're soulless automatons.
I'm so depressed.
Turned it back on him. One thing that just hit me at the end that has just not been mentioned the entire time. Literally, Rachel's mom runs Vocal Adrenaline, and she ordered them to go egg her daughter. What type of person does that? Also, the fact that her mom would be this hateful to the entire group. What is going on? Why is Jesse being so mean all of a sudden? Like, I don't like the guy, but he was like, the last thing we heard him say was that he actually cared about Rachel and didn't want to hurt her, and now that's all he's doing, and he's just a villain again. That seems weird. The whole thing with Shu and Sue felt so unbelievably weird. I can't even put it into words. But that's that. Season finale on Monday.